Welcome back inside a packed hangar here in downtown Trenton for Game 2 of the second round OJHL series between the Trenton Golden Hawks and Toronto Junior Canadiens. I'm Lindsay Herron, joined by Zach McGibbon tonight as our colleague Brock Armand is down in Wellington as Wellington hosts Game 1 of their second round series against the Haliburton Huskies. Wellington, one of 6 teams that's opening their second round tonight, but here we've got to jump on things and a Trenton surprise in the Toronto Junior Canadiens on Wednesday at Scotiabank Pond. Roughly 150 Trenton fans traveled to Scotiabank Pond to watch Trenton beat the Toronto Junior Canadiens 4-3. Jordan Fuller with Trenton goes on to say, look, they played a strong mental game and they caught them by surprise, so expect a hard-hitting first period here. Zach, what have you noticed with this club?
Yeah, just kind of noticing the last time that I was able to see both these squads face off here in the hangar. That was a 4-3 overtime win. And it was very impressive how they were able to keep up with the Toronto Junior Canadiens and how they were able to apply some pressure, and seeing that carry over into this first game of this series. Look for that to continue here as well, trying to catch them off guard and try and find the momentum early on.
Yeah, the Toronto Junior Canadiens leading the league, certainly the Southeast Conference here with 94 points at the end of the regular season, well above Trenton, Wellington, and Haliburton at this point. We'll have to see what happens with this one and how Toronto responds, because they haven't lost 2 straight games all regular season long. And with that, we'll go to the playoff bracket to get you set up in case you're just catching up with us. It is a busy night in the OJHL, as we mentioned. There's lots of series starting up, so that's where we stand. Wellington versus Haliburton. It's Toronto Junior Canadiens versus Trenton here. And then on the other side, we've got Georgetown, Burlington, the Milton Menace, and Collingwood. So that is it so far. Zach, what have you noticed kind of with this playoff format right now?
Yeah, it's, I mean, obviously, selfishly, I would love to see all Quincy conference final, obviously, but just kind of looking right now and just seeing, I mean, it's a tough task for the Trenton Golden Hawks right now against Toronto. Yes, they're up on the series, but this is a Toronto team that is able to regroup and get themselves refocused, and look for them to do that in this series as well.
Please make the way for tonight's official puck drop.
Anthem out of the way, let's take a look at some of the starting goaltenders. Starting for the Toronto Junior Canadiens, James Norton, the goaltender of the year. So a tough test for the Trenton Golden Hawks. 4-1 in this playoff so far, 181 goals against average and a .923 save percentage. He's going to be a key factor for the Junior Canadiens in this game. And moving on to the Trenton Golden Hawks now, Ben Bonesteel. He has been reliable in net all season long, ever since being acquired by the Trenton Golden Hawks, and continuing his momentum here in this playoff series of 289 goals against average, a .914 save percentage, and a perfect record in the playoffs so far. We're just about to get things underway here at the hangar. I'm Zach McGibbon, alongside me, Lindsay Herron. Hello, everybody. We got an exciting game here, Game 2 in this playoff series, the second round. Trenton Golden Hawks lead this series 1-0, looking to try to extend this lead and try and gain momentum here, while the Toronto Junior Canadiens look to rebound from a home loss as the puck drop. And we're underway here in Trenton.
It was Trenton versus Cobourg. It ended up going the distance, 5 games. The last game was here in Trenton on Saturday night, and Trenton beat them 4-1, but Cobourg did scare them in Game 4, forcing Game 5. As for Toronto Junior Canadiens under head coach Vince Bellissimo, as we mentioned, it was a blowout of the North York Rangers. The scores 4-2, 4-1, 7-2, and 5-0.
Totally read my mind. That's exactly what I was looking for. There's the shot, and he scores! Golden Hawks right out of the gate, able to get themselves on the board. 3 minutes into this period, Eric Bonesteel with the goal, and it's 1-0 here for the Golden Hawks. And just the start they're looking for, Lindsay.
And Eric Bonesteel, he had a couple of good looks in the last series, but couldn't get a good position, so congratulations to him. That is his first goal in the OJHL playoffs for this year.
It just seemed like a weak shot at first, and just got by Norton in the corner. Trying to see maybe there was a tip on O'Mara, but a weak shot in the corner, and hey, got to get those goals where they come. And his crew goes on a line change. Heinrich get the pass out, and he's going to dump that down over the corner. Oikel drives that puck with it. Podolski and it over to Rutledge. There's the pass. Fournier with a shot and he scores! Hits the corner, finds his mark. And Fournier, David Fournier, able to get the goal. And just like that, 2-0. Able to extend their lead here in this first period.
For David Fournier, that's his second goal of the playoffs so far. He had a really good night in Trenton as well on Wednesday. He's really come into his own. He had a 2-point night on Wednesday.
His momentum continuing there. What a shot at a great play in front. He had a clean look and able to find the corner. And man, just like that, the Trenton Golden Hawks able to extend their lead by 2.
Open up scoring for Trenton rather early in the season, and we didn't really see a whole lot for him. So when you've got a peak and streak now, this is the time to do it. And it's nice to see other guys aside from Matt Cato and Ryan Holmes get the spotlight and really find a good way into the back of the net.
Oh, and there's an awkward goal there, and it goes in. Mitch LaFay able to get a goal, and it's now 3-0 for the Trenton Golden Hawks. Boy, it's just bounced by Norton. We're going to have to take a look at that one again, but a bit of an awkward goal there as off in the corner, LaFay. Oh, he was just able to hit the corner. What a shot from LaFay.
Well, as we were saying, the guys that we're normally used to seeing score, Mitch LaFay, we haven't seen a whole lot from him in a while, so that's good to see. That's also his second goal of the playoffs.
And he just found his spot. Norton was hugging that post.
Let's take a look there at the OJHL awards that were just issued this afternoon. They're separated into 2 all-star teams, the first team and the second team. And congratulations to Cooper Bertrand, Tyler Fukususa, Matthew Wild from the Junior Canadiens, Austin Durazio here in Trenton, been named to the all-star team as well. Former Trenton Golden Hawk, now Wellington Duke, Julian Jacob, and George Gutierrez, the graduating Coburg Cougar, who we just saw last Saturday, all named to that all-star team. So congratulations. Welcome back inside the hangar where our good friend Karen White joins us, a cancer survivor. She dropped the puck ahead of this game as it's Canadian Cancer Society night, so we're wearing all the yellow daffodil pins. Karen, what a good atmosphere, eh?
It's fabulous.
Fabulous
we are
atmosphere.
Absolutely thrilled for tonight. We're just blown away by the support we've been given tonight.
Yeah, no, as a Relay for Life coordinator locally, what's happening with Relay this year? Because I understand everyone's amalgamated with the walk.
That's right. We've amalgamated 4 different events. Belleville, Quinte West, Brighton, and Prince Edward County all had their own events in the past. And after COVID, they decided the best way to do that is to amalgamate all 4 events. Last year, we had our first live event at Loyalist College and did very well. We surpassed our goal. This year, we're at Trenton High School on June the 10th, and it's from 2 in the afternoon to 11 in the evening. We are having huge support from the community, lots of sponsorship, and we are already surpassed the number of teams that we had last year, but we're really looking for team support. So if you have somebody that you'd like to support that has cancer, or somebody you'd like to remember that has cancer, you can register a team at relayforlife.ca/Bay of Quinte, and that would be the best way to support people living with cancers, to come out, register your team, and join us for an amazing event.
Yeah, no, Quinte West Mayor Jim Harrison is in attendance, a big champion for Trent Memorial Hospital Foundation and Quinte Healthcare overall. So where does the money go when we raise this all collectively for Relay for Life?
We have a current program in the area called Wheels of Hope, and it is sponsored by the Canadian Cancer Society. So a local project is Wheels of Hope. Other than that, the Cancer Society, the money goes to research, to support services, and to prevention programs. So locally, we do still have lots of programs that are offered, and but the bulk of the money goes to prevention and research.
So how many teams do you have so far registered this year? Because that's good to hear.
Yeah, at this point we have 9 teams registered. Last year we were a little bit small. It was our first back in the community event. We only had 8 teams, so we're already ahead of the goal. And I know there's a lot of other people that are interested in putting teams in. I myself have a team. I lost my brother and my husband to cancer. My husband's name was Paul. My brother's name was Steve. So my team is called P.S. I Love You. And that's what makes it all so personal, is if you have a team that represents somebody living with cancer, or you have a team that is in memory of somebody, it just makes the event that much more personal. So everybody has a reason to support the Canadian Cancer Society, so get a team together and register and come out on June 10th at the Trenton High School.
Well, Karen White, thanks so much for sharing your story for us, and we'll see what happens in the second period here. We'll be back after a quick break. For how tight these teams are finishing off the regular season, Vince Bellissimo and the Toronto Junior Canadiens led the league this year, top in the Southeast Conference with 94 points, 15 points ahead of second place Wellington. Toronto swept the North York Rangers, as we mentioned, in round 1, 4 games. And Trenton, they were top for a while, but they landed up fourth place in the Southeast Conference with 75 points, 1 point behind Haliburton County.
Slap shot in front and they score! Fukakusa in the face-off circle gets the Toronto Junior Canadiens on the board off the power play. And the Junior Canadiens now get themselves on the board. They're within 2 of the Trenton Golden Hawks here after a great opportunity there, some passing back and forth in front. Junior Canadiens get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and great to hear some Toronto Junior Canadiens fans cheering now too. Great to have them in the building, as that's Fukakusa's second goal of the playoffs right now.
Seeing that again and just able to find his spot. A little bit of a collision afterwards between Wild and Boyko. Just a little bit of a collision.
Fukakusa last year in the playoffs with the Toronto Junior Canadiens had
up on the blue line, Wild trying to get the pass. Styles almost picked it off, and now an opportunity, a 2-on-1 break. Fukakusa getting it back, shot on, and they score! Matthew Wild beats Bonesteel 5-hole, and the Toronto Junior Canadiens get their second power play goal this period and inch themselves closer within 1 of the Trenton Golden Hawks.
Matthew Wild, that is his 6th goal in the playoffs so far, and now 5 games.
Able to pass it off, and yeah, he was able to find a corner. I thought it was 5-hole initially, but boy, that was a real wonderful shot from Matthew Wild. He's one of the key guys. And around over to Boyko, and so to get the puck. Now O'Mara keeping control as this period is over, as there's a little bit of pressure there from the Junior Canadiens and a lot of shorthanded opportunities at the end of that one, but nonetheless, the Trenton Golden Hawks will go into the third period with 56 seconds left on the power play, try and get themselves their 2-goal lead back. Batted down, 5 seconds left, and that is going to do it here at the hangar. The Trenton Golden Hawks hang on and take a 2-0 series lead. 3 goals in the first is enough, and they're able to maintain and hold on and get the victory 3-2 at the end of this one. What a back-and-forth game this was. And start of the first, we saw 3 goals coming from the Trenton Golden Hawks. Second period, 2 goals coming from the Toronto Junior Canadiens, and no goals for each squad in this third. Totally a tale of 3 different periods, and my goodness, what an exciting game all the way to the end. But the Trenton Golden Hawks, a little bit surprising here, Lindsay. They got a 2-0 series lead now.
Yeah, Toronto Junior Canadiens did a great job at the end, trying to make the most of the opportunity with the extra man and kind of get a couple good chances. Toronto did a fabulous job, though. They came back really right to the end. Wishing them safe travels back home as this series continues.
Just a tremendous effort there. Mitch LaFay, the 2nd star, and Tyler Fukakusa, we've been saying his name a lot tonight, a 3rd star for the Toronto Junior Canadiens.